Welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Tonight's matchup features the Pleasant Grove Vikings taking on the Granger Lancers. I'm here joined by
Zane Grothy.
And I'm Jack Barnard, head commentator here at PGSN, and this is my sophomore affiliate. So, tonight's matchup featuring Granger. As far as what we can see from their roster, we are looking at a team that is very similarly built to Pleasant Grove as far as what classes everybody is in. We have mostly, sophomores and juniors, and then a few seniors. There's actually more seniors on Pleasant Grove's roster than for Granger. Granger so far on the front page with the lower numbers, so they're offensive players and receivers and running backs. They are, it looks like that there's about 3. And then for their O-line and defensive line, they have about 5 or 6. So Granger is really built a lot like Pleasant Grove. Some players might be bigger than others than are on our team, such as Lincoln Willoughby. We'll bring that to you when we get there. As far as someone who stood out to me when I was looking at the roster was Vilami Fifita. Or it was Braden Reed. It was either one. It was either 71 or 72. But that is a huge lineman, and that is going to be a huge deal for Pleasant Grove's. Pleasant Grove's line is weak on one of the sides, left or right. Every time I ask, it changes, so I'm not actually sure anymore. But what do you have to say about this matchup?
I'm excited. Both really, really good teams. PG's obviously had a rough start with their last few games, but PG's looking to turn that around this game, and it's going to be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm. So you weren't here for the Weber game.
No.
What did you think about the Orem game as far as how Pleasant Grove adapted into the second half to change up how they're playing and, in the end, hold Orem to not scoring that much in the second half? So what do you think about that?
I'm going to be honest, that was really impressive. I think something that PG did really well in the second half was just they really did good with their defense, and their defense just, like you said, held them to almost scoring nothing in the second half, and I think that's something that really, really helped them. And, yeah, and I think also our offense, too, we just started getting our pace back in second half. So
in the first game against Orem, Pleasant Grove's own Connor Yabara got injured, tore his ACL, so he is out for the season. And then they were running different players. They're running Drake Stanley at quarterback, and Drake this week has broken a disc in his back, according to what I've heard, or it's some other injury, but he is also out. And then the freshman, Jet Christofferson, I believe, is also out. So we are down to one quarterback, and it is Cannon Jacobson. So he will be taking the field for Pleasant Grove this game. He has played a few plays for Pleasant Grove, especially against Orem, and there were some against Weber, probably at the end when I believe Drake hurt himself. So we're going to see the players run out here real quick, and you're going to see your lovely student council cheer, drill, and drumline introduce Pleasant Grove's football team.
Care for wide angle or alternating out?
I already have it live.
Well, we were more
Granger won the coin toss and has deferred until the second half as the girl will receive the opening kickoff. On behalf of our principal, John Hanks, welcome to Pleasant Grove High School for tonight's football game between our guests from Granger High School and your Pleasant Grove Vikings. Both schools are members of the Utah High School Activities Association and support the statewide sportsmanship program, Raise the Bar. Sportsmanship does matter, and we ask for your support in demonstrating respect for the game and all the participants by refraining from negative cheers, chants, or behavior. Let's do rowdy right. We'd like to thank Good to Go Bars for being the official coaching bar of the Pleasant Grove football team. You can find them at Costco, Mason's, Harmon's, and Maverick in the refrigerated section. Thank you, Good to Go Bars. Also a special thanks to our major sponsors, Scheller, Rogers and Russell, the Edwards Plumbing, Lindbergh Company, and PG Cares. Also let's give a special thanks to our cheer, drill, drumline, student council, and spirit team for their help in welcoming our team. Now we're going to stand up and get loud for our Pleasant Grove Vikings.
And that was the run on by the football team. So Pleasant Grove coming into this game is 0-2, looking for their first win, but so is Granger. Granger losing their first two games in significant margins, to be honest. Ranked 50th in the state. Pleasant Grove is ranked 21st in the state. Granger's first game was against Maple Mountain, and they lost 23-6. And then they played Viewmont the next week and lost 33-18. So they have been some significant losses for Granger, but Pleasant Grove hasn't had that much better of an experience so far, as they've lost both games as well, losing the first game 35-13. And we are going to have the national anthem right now, so we are going to mute our mics and honor the nation that we so luckily live in.
Stars through the perilous skies, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof that our
Christiansen for the Vikings.
This game, it's 3-0. Can they get the So, put in your bets now. It's kickoff. It's
For the Vikings, he was tackled by Granger. First down, Vikings. Wade Christiansen around the left side. That's good for Viking. Let's try that again for Viking. Sam Bryant was the intended receiver. Second down.
Anyways, so Pleasant Grove working their way up the field. First play did not work. Jacobson, twins on the left. Hafoka in motion, handed off to Wade. Wade has grass in front of him, moves to the right. He's going 40, 30, 20. It's Wade Christiansen running it in for the touchdown for Pleasant Grove. Oh my goodness, Wade Christiansen for the touchdown. Handed off, goes to the left side and just jukes everybody running across the Viking. And that is a very quick touchdown for Pleasant Grove, taking the lead 6-0 with 11:06 left in the first quarter.
What an amazing run play, dude.
Incredible. I cannot believe it.
So good.
And I am super happy that Student Council is doing their thing where they run the flag in front of the student section again.
Yeah.
That added a lot of aura for last year. It was a great time. So I'm glad that not a lot has changed as far as the culture for the student section. And that kick is good.
PG taking an early lead, 7-0, scored under a minute.
Very early lead. Incredible.
That's the start you want, though. You want to score very soon to get your team all hyped.
Yeah, and you said what player we're going to run more of. And I said we're probably going to run with Wade Christiansen more. And look what happened. That's incredible. Incredible. So Pleasant Grove's special team is heading on out. Granger taking quite a while to get their receiving team out on the field. You can see it was in the middle of our screen was Wade Christiansen. Number 25, look for more from him. As our kicker lines up. I believe this is Max, or Maximo, as he told me to call him on the broadcast. He's still not labeled. I should write down who number 96 is, but I'm 90% sure that it's Max. And the kick running all the way, and it's caught by Granger, and they're going to run it. Granger gets to about the 20-yard line, is pushed out of bounds. Not sure who that even was that was running it. Couldn't see his number. So lining up for Granger, number 12, Aiden Royce Welchman. The QB, the junior, Welchman. Twins on the right, single on the left. Welchman looks to his left, passes way overshot, intended receiver, number 4, Manisle Tautana. So second down for Granger here as they look to, I think that their passing plays have a lot of potential here. They're a little bit bigger than Pleasant Grove, but PG has that speed as they have singles on each side. The handoff, and here comes Granger. This is Sunita Fifita, and he is brought down, pushed way back by the Pleasant Grove defense. Number 24, Sunia Fifita. So, and Pleasant Grove has their pep band out today. Kind of a rare appearance, I feel like. Didn't see a lot of them last year, but I like it. Whenever the pep band is here, it's very cool. Pleasant Grove do not do pep band in for basketball anymore, so it's not a thing that you see very often. It's only in the fall. No winter, no spring. Granger, 3rd and 6. Pass way down the field. It's picked off. Pleasant Grove picks it off. Oh my goodness. Pleasant Grove with the pick. And there's a flag on the play. He runs it all the way. This is Carter Wilkes, the wide receiver sophomore as well. I don't know. I actually don't know what S is. That kind of threw off my group. I'm really sorry. Pleasant Grove picks it off. They threw the flag really late, so it's guaranteed that the pick stays. But that's incredible. So lining up at 3rd and 6, that was Welchman. I'm not even sure who the intended receiver was, but Carter Wilkes picks it off very quickly, and it's at the 15-yard line in prime position to score here. Viking first down. But it's a targeting 20-yard penalty. So that is unfortunate, but it's still an incredible 15-yard. Still an incredible position to be in. No, I think it's 20. We're definitely at the 15-yard. Now we're at 35.
The flag was thrown about the 20.
Anyways.
Well done, PG. Targeting methods are go.
So Jacobson takes the field once again. Puts a man in motion. That's Ryder Huntsman. Takes the handoff, and it's given to Wade. Wade goes wide right. Stiff arms, but he's brought down not even at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a loss of yards for Pleasant Grove. Taking a few players off the field. No longer Derek Brinton or Brody Downs. Putting a few more receivers in as well. Brandon Houghton, the wide receiver junior, as well as Spencer Hofoka. Jacobson looks to his right, and it's caught! Pleasant Grove. Hofoka gets the first down, catching through 3 different Lancers. That is insane, incredible. Replay did not quite get it there, but there it is. Number 7, Spencer Hofoka gives us the first down. So Pleasant Grove, you know, not even really slowly, but they are surely moving down the field. What do you think, Zane?
Yeah, it's obviously our running got us our first touchdown, right? And that was huge. That was huge. And now that we're back on the ball, I feel like a lot of our plays are going to be running. So I'm interested to see how Granger decides they want to try to maybe stop the run.
And while you were saying it, you know, the handoff to Wade Christiansen, it doesn't get anywhere. So Granger, you know, I wouldn't say that the first play was a fluke, but they probably are trying to tighten up their D line so that nobody can just break through and get a 60-yard touchdown again.
I think something that will work, though, for PG is if they want to run it, try to get it, instead of going maybe straight down the middle, try to go like outside and around. But
Jacobson looks to his left. The pass is tipped. Ryder Huntsman ends up with it anyway, as it was almost intercepted by Granger. Check this play out. Jacobson calls for the snap, and here it is loose, and Huntsman grabs it anyway, but he's brought down very quickly. So now it's a 3rd and 12. So Pleasant Grove has really got to act here. They're bringing on Adam Wright to take off Alton Pine. So on the left here, Adam Wright and Brennan Houghton. So twins on each side. So this shotgun right here. Jacobson looks to his right. It's given to Wade. Wade gets about a 6-yard gain as he gets about 4 yards into where the original first down was. And this, do they go for it? They're in the red zone. If it's turned over here, this is basically where an automatic touchback would be. So they are going to go for it. 4th and 8 here for Pleasant Grove. Jacobson calls the play. Shotgun once again. Are they going to hand off or throw? What do you think, Zane?
I think throwing might. Yeah, I was gonna say throwing might be the smarter
Jacobson
option.
looks way deep in, and it's caught. Pleasant Grove, another touchdown. Brennan Houghton, the wide receiver junior. Jacobson looks to his left here. You can see way deep into the end zone, and that's an easy catch. As there's only one guy from Granger, Manisela Tautena, is on him. And that's going to be another touchdown for Pleasant Grove, as they're going to put 13 here on the board real quick. The entire cheer team is running with Asher Bayless, who's running one of the flags. The PAT is good, and Pleasant Grove takes a quick 14-0 lead. 6:36 here in the first. This broadcast is brought to you by Chubby's Neighborhood Cafe. Chubby's, all-American food for all-American families. We'd like to thank Chubby's for being able to feed us before games to make us bring you a better broadcast so that there isn't as much planning around where the beginning is. So you are watching PGSN, and we are very grateful for Chubby's Cafe's generous sponsors. So if you feel inclined, go to Chubby's Cafe and tell them that PGSN sent you so that we can have further sponsorships to help out this program. So Pleasant Grove going to kick off again. This is Maximo.
This season too, I think this is the fastest PG has scored this fast. And obviously, like, that's gonna get your team hyped. That's gonna make your team just want to keep going and going and just want to play even better.
Oh yeah, well, Pleasant Grove has had some incredible plays, you know.
Yeah.
And running from Wade Christiansen, a pick, and then a very deep touchdown from Pleasant Grove. That is brought down, I think that was Lou Kiniki. Well, I don't know, because he's listed as a tight end, but it was Lou Kiniki was trying for the kick return. It gets stopped at the 25. So, what do you think Pleasant Grove has to do here? A lot. The success that Pleasant Grove has had has been off of player mistakes on Granger.
Yeah, I don't know, something I think they gotta do here is we've seen probably like I don't even know if we have, but maybe like 2 run plays from Granger. So I think one of the things we really got to focus on is their passing. And as I was talking, they're going to run
again,
it.
And PG's going to bring him down. That was Sunia. And he makes a gain of about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. But, Granger, or, 2nd and 9, it wasn't even, it gave him too much. All right, they changed 2nd and 8 now. They're just really changing their mind every 5 seconds here. I think that, sorry.
No, you're
good. What would you like to say? What would you like to
I was just going to say, I think the one thing PG's defense really needs to focus on this game is, and as I keep saying, I was going to say their passing play, but they just ran it.
Ran it, once again, and they're brought down at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be 3rd and 8 for Granger, and we saw this exact thing. So they were 3rd and 8, and that's when they opted for the pass play, and that's when Pleasant Grove got the pickoff from Carter Wilkes. So I think that Granger's got to be careful here because their running plays are not working.
Yeah.
We got twins on the left, twins on the right, single on the left, 1 running back. And they look forward, opting for the pass play, and almost picked off again as the blitz from Pleasant Grove eventually catches up. That was Derek, or Alton Pine, I'm pretty sure, number 2, running up on him. So the tight end, also a senior, running off the field right now is Jackson Mortensen, the offensive line, or the defensive line sophomore. As they're now, it's 4th down, so they're going to opt for the punt here. But Pleasant Grove almost picked it off again, off of the 2nd time that it got to 3rd and 8. So the punt extremely sky high, and it's caught by Pleasant Grove. This is Adam Wright, and he is immediately met by a Lancer at the 38-yard line, and is pushed back. So PG's offense is going to take the field in still a pretty good position here at the 40.
Yeah.
Or 38, very close. So, as we were saying, basically, PG's success has been off of Granger's mistakes.
Yeah.
And that system does work, but if you guys can recall the playoff game versus Skyridge last year, PG was banking on too much failure from Skyridge. And that's what ultimately led to the downfall of that game. So I think that it's not to get too comfortable about mistakes. It's handed off to Wade Christiansen. He's going to be brought down very quickly by number 33, Tavita Kofi. Coffee? He's a linebacker. He's a senior as well. He's the only senior written in here as SR period. The rest is written out on the roster as senior, the entire word. So 2nd and 15 here for Pleasant Grove. And they're trading players, ineligible players, I guess. Tautena, the defensive back, is running off the field. Jacobson almost can't end up with it. Jacobson's going to run, and now it's not that much better of a position. In fact, I think it's almost the exact same. It's going to be 3rd and 15. So they almost have to do a pass play here.
Yeah.
Jacobson, I wouldn't take the risk of running it too many times. We have every other quarterback injured.
Yeah.
So we would have to put in one of our receiver. We would have to put in Spencer Hofoka, who I've heard over the past week has been doing some quarterback training in emergency situations.
Yeah, but like you said, he probably doesn't want to take too many options to run. And
Jacobson looks down the middle, and it's no good. So PG's going to put out the special team. It's going to be a 3 and out here.
But sorry, you go.
No gaining on this play at all for Pleasant Grove. Nothing for this drive. And that's off of quarterback pressure from Granger. So what do you think Pleasant Grove is going to have to change here as far as quarterback pressure? Is it quicker release, or is it more running plays to see if Wade Christiansen can maybe run it farther down?
I think Me personally, I think it might be quicker release, just because we've seen them like run the ball these last few times, and it hasn't really got them anywhere. It's mainly lost them a few yards. So I think maybe the quicker.
Mason Anderson's going to run it because it's not a fake punt necessarily, but Mason Anderson was pressured very quickly, and we can get a replay on that. Mason Anderson had not a very good play there. It was so the snap was a little too high. Mason had to jump up to catch it, and then no time to punt it, so he had to start running it. And Granger is going to start at the 38. So this is kind of similar to how PG had to start out with that interception. And that ended up in a very quick touchdown for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
So, Aiden Royce Welchman takes the field once again with the Granger D offense. Brighton Webb on the right side here. I feel like he's going to look to his left here, and it passes almost caught, but it's incomplete. Pass intended for Manisela Tawatena.
So the clock stops when you pass me. Once first down, and once first down.
So Granger here.
Runs, if it's sacked.
So Granger did run a pass play very first here. So what you said, the running plays have not been working.
Yeah.
So you think they're going to be running more, just all pass all the time now, or do you think that they're going to maybe do some more running? Because they seem to have a little bit of size on us.
Yeah. I think something that I think might be smart is give them, like, show.
Pass is good for Granger, and Pleasant Grove's going to bring him down. Laoli Figuel. So Pleasant Grove gives up a huge play there. Almost a 15-yard gain there for Granger. There's a flag on the play, possibly a false start, and it is a false start. So Granger So going to be a 10-yard penalty for Granger, or 5-yard penalty, sorry. I get those mixed up.
I'm going to go back to what I was saying, though. I think something that might be smart is when PG has the ball, I think it might be smart to show Granger that we can pass the ball, give them a few passing plays, and then switch it up to running maybe a little bit. Like, just kind of keep switching it back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, our running hasn't been, the last few times, it hasn't been working as well. So it'll be interesting to see how much PG decides they want to pass and run the ball this game.
Yeah. So, yeah, based off that, you say PG's had success with both.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's only been really one successful running play, and it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
And it was, a complete of 60-yard touchdown. So it was incredible by Wade Christiansen. But as far as how plays have worked, I think that passing is going to be better for PG against this team in particular.
Yeah.
PG jumps the line maybe a little bit too early, runs across to the blitz, and it's another false start on Granger. So the blitz was actually on time, but Granger makes another mistake, so they're going to be 1st and 20. 25. And this is not a great situation for Granger to be in. So they have had 2 false starts. They didn't have, what was the other call that they had? They didn't have, maybe there was a flag and then it was changed, not for changing the first down, and the blitz from Pleasant Grove, and it's way down the field. The pass is incomplete. so close. But off of the defense from Dexton Nuttall, the senior, he keeps Granger from getting basically to the 1 yard line. As that looks like an Odell Beckham Jr. type of catch that was about to happen.
Yeah.
Except not one-handed, but definitely the backwards jump. It's essentially the fadeaway of football, but it's not a throw, it's a catch. It's a fadeaway catch. Much different. 2nd and 25 for Granger. They look, quarterback's going to run it. Quarterback is met by PG's defense, and that is a huge hit from number 44, Maddox Webb, defensive line, the junior. Incredible.
You can definitely tell just from watching. Granger has, like I believe you did say this earlier, Granger does have some size on us. Like, especially their line. They have pretty decent size on us.
Yeah, the line for Pleasant Grove is weak on one side. As the pass for Granger, they call it complete. It didn't look good to me. He looks like his knees were on the ground just before he caught it. But they do call it good, so it's 4th and 14, but they're in the red zone, so they're going to stay out here. And they're going to go just for the touchdown. There's no point in going for just first down here when the first down is at 5 yard line.
Yeah.
So Aiden Royce Welchman. Welchman looks to his left, looks to his right. He's sacked by Pleasant Grove. Incredible. Alton Pine and Mason Anderson get the sack on Granger for their 4th down. And, you know, it's the sack on a 4th down, you know, it usually would put you in a better position. But honestly, at the 30, I don't call it that bad.
Yeah.
Of a position, or 29. It's not that bad of a place to be. This is where a lot of, you know, trying to return the kick ends. If you don't call a fair catch or it's a touchback or anything. So scores around 6A Region 3. We have Westlake against Cedar Valley. Westlake's leading early 7-0 in the first. Corner Canyon Lone Peak 7-7 tied. And then American Fork playing West High down 9-0. And then Bingham and Lehigh 0-0 at the beginning of the game here. All in the first quarter. Pleasant Grove still maintaining their 14-0 lead that they gained very early. May I point out that this is the highest amount of points we scored all season.
Yeah.
And it was in the first quarter.
And that's huge for PG.
Yeah, off of 2 incredible plays, but again, we cannot bank on Granger messing up too much. But if it works, it works. So Pleasant Grove going to continue to run their offense.
I feel like PG's defense also can kind of expect Granger just to pass it. We haven't seen much running plays from Granger this game.
Yeah, Jacobson has 2 running backs. He calls for Adam Wright in motion, gives it to Adam Wright. The blocks are not good enough for him, and he's going to make about a 2-yard gain. So the blocking from Brody Downs, linebacker, also running back. So he's both, which is not that uncommon of a thing to be. But Pleasant Grove lining up once again in shotgun. Jacobson looks to his left, and it's Adam Wright once again, and that is going to be another 4 to 5 yard gain. And it's going to be 2nd and 5, so it's a 4-yard gain as PG was at 2nd and 9 on the last play. Very good-looking student section by Pleasant Grove. You know, almost filling to the back of the bleachers there, getting very close. That's honestly the biggest I've seen it in the last few years. Last few years, there was a big fall-off for how many people would go to games, but I think it might be returning.
Yeah.
Just in time for me to leave high school, huh? Wade Christiansen with the handoff, and he is brought down heavily by the Granger defense. Maka Sansi and Manisela Tautena. So it's those same two are really doing a lot for defense. And that's another 3 and out for Pleasant Grove. So it looks like unless we get a huge running play by Wade Christiansen, not much success when it's a very far distance we have to go.
Yeah. And like we talked about earlier, too, I think, going based off what you said, I think passing, now that I think about it, passing is going to be our strongest point here, at least for a while.
So first quarter ends with Pleasant Grove leading 14-0 on 4th and 8. So we'll be right back after we take a short break. As the fourth quarter starts, Pleasant Grove going to punt here because 4th and 8. As the snap is better for the punt, and it's kind of a squib punt, and it's received by Granger at the 45, almost getting back up number 7. Izia Iteki. So Granger gonna take the offense once again.
Savannah Bananas, you know they are. Yeah. Cosmo's dancing the bully dance with them. They were the Hey, camera dead.
So Welchman, only singles on each side with 2 running backs. Looks to his left, and that pass is way off. Kind of just almost slapped away by Dexton Nuttall. So Tawatena is intended receiver on that play.
I feel like we haven't seen it much from PG just because we've been running it a lot, but at least from Granger's side, a lot of their passing has either been overthrown or just like too far to the right or left.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just been kind of messing up the receivers a little bit.
So the handoff play, number 24, Sunita Fifita.
Yeah, we're good.
And he's going to get about a 5-yard gain there. So they do do a run play. You know, they break the standard that they've been doing, which is pass. So they do a run, and they get a 5-yard gain on it. Granger, twins on the right, single on the left, 2 running backs. Hands it off once again to Fafita, and he's going to get the first down, it looks like. Yes, it is the first down. And so Granger making steady progress up the field. Further than the last 2 Pleasant Grove drives have been, because the first 2 have been 3 and outs from Pleasant Grove. Not great showing from them. Granger the handoff, and Pleasant Grove's gonna bring them down.
maybe before the snap, I want to slow zoom. You know, if you click, it's
So Granger.
slow zoom if you click hard on the pass. Do it in slow zoom, starting now.
Twins on the right, single on the left.
No, it is not.
They have it set up to do a run play again. Welchman calls for it. He looks to his left, and
That's,
a flag on the play. Is it PI?
I believe it was PI.
If it is, it's an automatic first down for Granger, and that would be very unfortunate.
50-yard line.
And they do call pass interference, so it's gonna be first down for Granger.
That is correct. Yes,
And that pass did look a little fishy to me,
Yeah.
as far as the defense that was on it. And Granger now in prime position to score.
Granger with the hike and is brought back down for a loss of about maybe 5 yards. We've seen some plays by Granger of just running, but looks like it hasn't been working as well. Just like PG, we've also been running and it hasn't been that good. Granger with the run play. It's brought down to the 10-yard line. Huge run play by Granger. Huge run play by Granger. Just brought all the way down to the 10-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
I normally get it from the concessions on admin time. White.
Flag just pulled by around the 30-yard line.
So, what do they call it? Holding on the offense. So, gonna line up 2nd and 18 because of that. PG trying to razz the crowd as much as possible. Crowd for Granger is mostly parents. There's no students.
Yeah.
There might be 2. I don't
It
know.
is a little bit of a drive, though, from Granger, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's West Valley City. So,
Fakes the run play. It's thrown.
pass way
It's
down and it's
complete.
caught. He's got green grass in front of him, and he's brought down 5-yard line. And Granger, you can see right here, pass is open. Boom, right in between the 2 defenders. And this is 1st and goal for Granger.
Camera's out again.
Granger in really good scoring positions to get their first point in the second quarter.
Only 8 yards to the goal.
It's not the Asian.
Handoff, number 33 for Granger. He's going to power through a few different people. Number 33, Tavita Cuffey.
It went black. It went the black screen again with the box with the little lines on every edge, like the camera does. It's the camera. It's not the. I don't have enough time to look at the camera. Who's been doing this for 3 years and worked for ESPN? Me.
Granger second down, looks about 4 yards to go. And
And it's
Granger
run in for
will
Granger,
score.
the quarterback, Aiden Royce Welchman. Rushing touchdown for Granger, puts 6 on the board, and dwindles Pleasant Grove's lead down to 8. And if they hit this extra point, it's down to a single score.
Yeah. Something that I'm thinking of is PG it's only the second quarter. PG can't put their head down. They have the lead. They have a lead by a touchdown. They can't They can't let this one touchdown get to them.
Anyways, Pleasant Grove, kind of an interesting situation for them to be in as Granger lines up for the extra point. And it is almost blocked by Pleasant Grove, and it's no good, so it was just wide right. As you can see here, so the play is almost blocked, and then it goes wide right, so no good for Granger. Unfortunate. So Pleasant Grove's going to take the field once again, and I think that this could be a score right here as far as PG goes. And if you look to your screen right now, there's a QR code that you can scan to donate directly to our program to help us make better streams for the community around and make the experience better for everybody. And this is going to take you directly to a PayPal that goes to Russ Mayo, our admin, and then you can email him at the email on screen for sponsorship opportunities. Once again, we appreciate any donations that are given to us because they help us make a better program, a better broadcast to ultimately bring you more Viking sports. Granger going to kick off here.
I think going back to what I was saying, though, is we saw it in the Orem game where Orem was up by a lot, and they were still trying their hardest to get more touchdowns on the board. That's something that I think PG has to do is...
Wade Christiansen catches it in the backfield. And, oh my goodness, he gets around people, and he's going. Gets to the 30. Wade running it to the left now. Has open. He just needs one block. And it's not quite there. The block. Alton Pine just had to get one block for it to be an open field for Wade to run to, but it is 50 yards. Ran 50 yards for Pleasant Grove to take the offense at a way better position because that kick was almost directly to the 1 yard line, almost perfect. So So PG taking the field at the 47-yard line. Dave Tripp's clumped up, so pistol formation, I believe. And Spencer Hofoka's running it. Spencer Hofoka, is he quarterback? Is he playing quarterback? Cannon Jacobson takes the field now after Hofoka takes one snap. An interesting play by Pleasant Grove gives them a 4-yard gain. Pleasant Grove opts to take Rocky Wilcox off the field. So, twins on the right, single on the left. Cannon Jacobson looking, Ryder Huntsman, and there's a timeout on the field by PG. So PG going to use their first timeout of the half because Walkenhorst did not like what was happening on the field. As the sun finally sets to give us a much better viewing of the field. As Jacobson puts Adam Wright into motion. Jacobson looks to his right, hands it to Adam Wright, and it's no good. And I said hands, but it was a pass. there were so many rights I was just saying. I was saying stuff.
But the whole field in view, but not like tilted so far. I want to be able to see like the tops of the heads of the team on the other side. I want to be able to see the bleachers. You can zoom in a little bit. Right there. What I can do is, because Teddy's job is to follow the ball, I can click him and I can zoom into the play if there's like a... Your job is wide, his job is zoom.
So Jacobson calls for the snap, looks to his right, way down the field, and it was to, cannot tell, was it to Ryder Huntsman or to Adam Wright? And PG's got to discuss because it's 3rd and 6, 4th and 6. And they're going to put the special team out there because not a great possession for PG after such an incredible kick return from Wade Christiansen. Mason Anderson. So Mason Anderson comes out to punt. Hopefully the snap is good because there has been a bad snap already this game.
Yeah.
And the punt going down takes a huge Pleasant Grove bounce, and they pick it up at the 1-yard line. Basically a perfect punt. Incredible. You can see here the bounce it takes, and it flies down the field. So Granger has to go 99 yards. And if PG could, they have an opportunity to get a safety here. And if they do, it's kind of a weird score that can happen. But we've seen it happen before. It happened against Lone Peak last year, and it actually ended up almost, because of that safety, almost ended up becoming Lone Peak's game to win.
Granger not in the best position here. They can get up at the 1-yard line.
And Granger's going to call timeout. And so they're going to discuss, and they're going to use their first timeout of the half. 6:32 remaining in this half. And Pleasant Grove still maintaining their lead, 14-6 over them. So they have an 8-point lead. But, you know, seeing what has happened, their only 2 touchdowns came in very quick succession of each other. And I think that Pleasant Grove has to get one more to truly get their confidence all the way up so that they can win this game and not be an unwinning team anymore. No winning team. That would ultimately make Granger a 0-3 team, which would also be unfortunate.
Yeah. I think something right here that Granger maybe might want to do is maybe just try to run it up the middle to get some extra yards. But at the same time, too, is if they want to pass it, that's a risk of a good interception for PG, bring it back for a pick 6.
And Granger has an
They will
open
run
field
it.
in front of them. Spencer Hafoka ends up pushing him out of bounds, but they get 20 good yards. And Granger, the handoff to Sunia Fifita, the running back junior. Big for Granger. Granger, again, like we said in the pregame, is dominated by sophomores and freshmen. There are few juniors and few seniors on this team.
Yeah.
Granger looks to
With
their
the
left,
pass.
and it's caught. Granger running it! Granger! This is Lali Figuel, and he's going to run it all the way, 80-yard touchdown. Flag on the play. What could it be? Illegal motion.
Yes. Teddy's gonna do a skyline.
As you can see, this incredible sunset here at Viking Stadium. What a great place to play football in, can't you see? And there is illegal motion on Granger. So the touchdown is called off. And they're given, is there any yardage penalty here? First and 15. So instead of being a touchdown, they end up having to go an extra 5 yards just for the first down. And they got to watch that left side now because it was Lauli Figuel that had that ball and ran it all the way. Granger's quarterback looks to its right. Almost picked off by Pleasant Grove. Luke Hafen. Luke Hafen almost had that pickoff, and he could have, if he had gotten that, that would have been a perfect place to run it in. You muted the wrong mic.
Oh, oops, my bad.
It's all right.
I'm used to being number 2.
Mic 2. You plugged the wrong headset into the wrong one. So I am mic 2 this game. And sort of the way our camera looks, it kind of looks like our field's black and white. Kind of like the old Wyoming fields back in the day. And it's a handoff for Granger, and he's brought down very quickly. Sunia Fafita, favorite running back for Granger. So 3rd and 13. So this has turned into quite the opposite situation for Granger, as they ran it all the way for a touchdown. It was called off immediately.
That's unfortunate for Granger. Very, very unfortunate for Granger.
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it.
So Granger, they're running shotgun. Or no, they're not. They have trips. And delay of game on Granger as the play clock runs out. Or timeout now. So they recall the flag.
We've seen a lot of flags, too, this game.
Yeah, especially in this second quarter.
What, we've probably seen 6 flags, maybe? Maybe more?
I gave you my water, so you can stop complaining.
Granger on 3rd down on...
I think the illegal motion on that play was because that receiver moved to a different position without resetting. So there wasn't a reset before the snap, and that's a long pass by Granger. And it's almost caught by Luke Hafen once again. And it's incomplete. So watch this replay here. Number 29 almost has it as the pass goes in between the 2 receivers. Boom, right there. Not quite. So Granger, 4th and 13. They're going to have to punt here. So their punter is standing in the end zone. And it's almost blocked by Pleasant Grove as they're just going to let it bounce. And it's going to take a bit of a Granger bounce and land at the 34-yard line. And that's where the PG offense is going to take the field. 4:33 left. What can PG do with this drive? I'm thinking that they're going to push harder for a touchdown, and it is probably going to work better than it has for the last few drives. Last few drives have been straight up just 3 and out every single time. Even when our kick return made it to the 50-yard line.
I wonder if we're going to see a good amount of runs just while they have the ball, or if it's going to be mainly passes.
Running plays have not been working.
Yeah,
So
I think it's going to be a lot of passes. Because Granger, we had a few running plays in Granger. They just started stopping our running plays, and it just hasn't been working every time we've tried since then. So I think a lot of our plays are going to be running.
yeah, and they do end up running it, and there's a flag on the play, but Pleasant Grove does not make that big of a jump. They actually fooled me. I thought Adam Wright had the ball. So holding on the offense, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So PG going to have to be first, and James Llewellyn was the one who is holding. Jacobson looks to his right and down the middle, and it's intercepted by Granger, and Granger's going to run it. Number 7, Izia Eteki, and that is a huge change for the game here, as Pleasant Grove's offense is going to have to leave the field, and picked off by Granger. What an unfortunate way for that play, for that run to end.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Just like you said.
First a holding, and then just throwing an interception the next play on 1st and 20.
Yeah. And that leaves Granger in really, really good scoring position to make this game a 1-point game.
Yeah. Handoff. And Granger's going to make it through, and Granger's going to run it in for the touchdown. Number 24, Sunia Fifita runs it in for the... My goodness, I cannot believe how much success he's had this game.
I'm speechless.
He did not run in the other touchdown. The other one was a rushing one from Welchman, but Fifita has been one of the main running backs that has just been making tons of yardage for Granger.
Yeah.
And Granger could tie it here with a 2, but they're going to opt for the extra point. So Figuel going to kick.
It's
and
good.
It is good.
Making it a 1-point game, second quarter with 4 minutes left to go on the clock.
So I'm pretty sure it was 4:49 when I said PG. I think they're going to try and go for a score here, and we're going to bring you a few more scores around 6A Region 3. Westlake up 7-0 on Cedar Valley. Corner Canyon losing to Lone Peak 7-14. That is the number 1 and number 2 team in the state going up against each other, as West High is also beating American Fork 9-0, and Lehigh is up 3-0 on Bingham, all in the second quarter. And Alta is beating West Jordan 21-3, and Murray is beating Hunter 7-0. So those are all the games going on. So that was a few more outside of Region 3. Region 5A, Region 4 that's who Granger plays for. So, how the tables have turned for this game. As Pleasant Grove receiving the kick. Adam Wright has it at the 10. He's going to run. He makes it past a few defenders, and he's brought down at the 30. And Adam Wright, if he were to break past one more tackle, would have had green grass in front of him. Green turf, if you will.
PG now taking the ball on the 29-yard line.
Jacobson has twins on the left. Hands it off
Runs
to
it.
Wade. Wade Christiansen makes about a 3-yard gain before he's pushed out of bounds by Granger.
Like I said earlier too, Wade's fast. He is really, really fast. So like I said, I think if they run it, I think it's going to be smart for him to do what I was
Wade
just about to
Christiansen
say.
with the run again makes just another 2 yards for the gain here to make it 3rd and 4. PG now, do they go for another run? If they run the risk of only making a 2-yard gain, and then it would just be a 3 and out once again.
Yeah. I think if they run it, they might want to try to get Wade outside. I feel like our down the middle has been it's been on and off. I feel like it hasn't been as working as well as when we try to run it out, out by the sideline. So I think if they want to run it, they're going to possibly try to get it out and by the sideline.
Jacobson hands it off to Wade Christiansen. Wade going far to the left, and he's going to make the first down, but there's a flag. Refs discussing.
See what the flag is going to be.
Holding on the offense, so it's going to be a penalty. Replay the down, I assume. So it's going to be 3rd and 13. Not great. Not great position for Pleasant Grove to be in.
Yeah.
And what is PG going to opt to do? Jacobson is not on the field. Nope, he's going to run back on. I thought they were going to try to do some crazy receiver. Bees is going to be the quarterback. So, puts one man in motion. Right. Timeout Vikings. Yep. So Pleasant Grove going to discuss here. 2:59 left in this half. We'll be right. Pleasant Grove trips on the left. Jacobson calls for the snap. Looks over, and it's Wade Christiansen. Can he run it? Does a hezzy play, and he is brought down. That's going to be 4th and 2. Or could it be the first down, actually? This is the questions that we ask here. And it's barely not. It is 1 yard, and PG's going to run it. Honestly, I don't think that is a bad idea here.
Yeah.
They're not in this isn't the best position to lose the ball in, but Jacobson does the hard count and gets Granger to jump the line to be offsides. Check this replay out. This is number 33. Nope. Yes, it was number 33. I was just looking at the wrong guy. So that was Tavita Coffee. And that's just going to it's going to give Pleasant Grove the first down, as it's a 5-yard penalty. Crazy turn of events there, because I assume that was on purpose to do the hard count to try and get them to jump the line.
Yeah.
Handoff to Wade as he's going to run it through the middle, but he is tripped at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to roll a bit. I don't know where they're going to put the ball. just about where he tripped.
No, totally. Really, Spencer? Oh, 207.
Huntsman on the right. We have Hafoka right and Houghton. Jacobson passes it to Wade Christiansen's going to run in. So essentially the line of scrimmage was just, it was 2 and 7, but Wade Christiansen runs it 5 yards in to make it 2 and 5, but technically only 3 yards because of where the line of scrimmage was. But Jacobson obviously has to be behind, and Wade Christiansen just is horizontally parallel to him. Trips on the right. Jacobson calls for the snap. Passes it to Wade. It was blocked by Granger, number 9, Lou Kaniki.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
It's 4th and 5 now,
4th and
so
5,
that's
my
going to
fault.
bring out the special teams. And this is, once again, not a 3 and out, but a first down and then out. And the first down was off of a very sketchy play.
Yeah.
So, Granger going to take the offense once again after this punt. Now, last time the punt was almost perfect at the 1 yard line, which ended up being in a lot of weird plays for Granger. This ball has potential to take a bounce for Pleasant Grove, and it does take a bounce, and it's going to end at the 20. And there's a flag. Maddox Webb complaining to the ref.
On the white, please, on the white, Teddy. There's a flag on the white.
Now Granger is confused. No one really knows what the flag was for.
Okay, after the play, Teddy, will you pan from the...
Watching that, I also didn't really see anything that possibly looked like a flag.
Yeah,
needed to
the
be
only thing I
called.
could think of is possibly like taunting.
Once he
But what would they even taunt about? There's nothing really that
Yeah.
big happening, to be honest. So, unnecessary roughness on Granger, so they're going to be pushed back another 10 yards.
Ready?
Granger with the ball, 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter. End of the half. Granger looking to make something out of their drive and try to get the lead.
Yeah.
PG also looking to stop it, get the ball back before the half ends and maybe try to score. Or maybe even just try to get in the field goal range and get the lead up by a little more.
Mm-hmm. Granger takes a snap. Potential to get a safety.
And it's
intercepted! Oh my goodness! This is Carter Wilkes once again, interception. And he goes to the 10-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Just start it because we'll have a flag.
Could the flag have possibly been holding? Like,
I didn't see any invocation that it would be holding.
Teddy White.
I wonder what the flag might have been if it wasn't holding.
Do they keep the interception, but where it was picked off at? Because they are, or is it still Granger? What's going on?
Pass interference.
Pass interference against the Vikings. So Carter Wilkes got in the way, and that's how he was able to pick that off. .43 seconds left. Granger with the ball.
Granger throws it.
Almost sacked, and it's
complete with
completed and brought down by Carter Wilkes. Granger. Twins on the left here. Welchman looks in front of him. He's brought down. And it's picked off. Luke Hafen has it. Pleasant Grove running down the field, and Luke Hafen runs it all the way to the 38-yard line. That is incredible. Luke Hafen. I'm pretty sure he's in my anthropology class. But that is the third interception of the game. The second one wasn't counted. So you could say it's the second interception, but truly there's been quite a few picks in this game, and that was off of pressure from the QB, or on the QB, from the Pleasant Grove defense, who brought him down, but he does the fadeaway launch pass that ends up just going straight to Luke Hafen, who has almost intercepted it twice this game before that as well.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound harsh, but I think this is the best I've seen PG play.
Jacobson way down the field, and it's doinked away, not quite to Ryder Huntsman.
But I think this is some of the best football we've seen from PG this season.
Yeah.
And as PG, you got to feel super good about how you're playing and just know that you're playing super good and the game's not over. Even though you're only up by 1 point, that does not mean you're not going to score again.
Yeah, and PG is, playing in front of your home crowd, I guarantee, feels way better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Oh, please zoom in. Dang it.
Jacobson looks to his right.
Deep pass.
Way down the field.
And
it's
almost
almost intercepted. Why are they settling for these super long shot passes?
I don't know. I think it'd be smart maybe to put some guys on like curl routes or something. Just try to pick up the first down, and I guess they don't have any timeouts, so they would have to run it out of bounds if they wanted to potential stop the clock.
Well, okay, I understand, because it's 13 seconds left. It's very low amount of time.
Yeah.
Jacobson's going to have to settle for a long pass and pop, or to run it and then run it out of bounds to even get a little bit more time. Jacobson looks to his right, and the pass it's a wasted pass, and that is just 0.9 seconds, or sorry, just about 3 seconds used. Jacobson looking for the call from Walk. This is the last play of the half, so Pleasant Grove, this is their opportunity to capitalize on that interception that they got.
PG is going to have to throw it deep, and Granger's guaranteed probably going to be expecting that pass, so we'll see how Granger's defense can react to that.
Jacobson has pressure.
And it's
passes way down, it's a pick. Granger running it. Can he run past? But no, it's no pick six, and there's 2 seconds left. And no, there isn't. They're just going to call the half, and that is one way to end the half there. Jacobson has lots of pressure on him and just kind of launches it down the field in the general direction of Spencer Hafoka. But what a way to end the half off.
Yeah.
Pleasant Grove still leading 14-13, but this is quite the situation to be in here. Honestly, not really sure what to do.
Oh my gosh.
That was our cameraman, Teddy Summerall, zooming in on someone's phone for no reason. I would like if Teddy Summerall could zoom in on our student section to show the broadcast what our student section is looking like here, because it is. Look
packed.
at that, it's packed. I'm loving it. Kind of like that McDonald's slogan. Honestly, I'm really proud of these guys, and they're singing some song. I don't know why they would be singing the fight song, but people are gathering to the front to potentially watch the youth cheerleaders. So we will be taking a break during this cheerleading performance, and we will catch you with a little bit left in halftime to give us a bit of report and to bring you into the second half.
Along with a special performance by the junior Vikings, the Vikings crew. The Vikings are coached by Taylor Overstreet, Brittany Humphrey, and Sammy Jo Corsi. They are sponsored by ROI Solutions, Upright Heating and Air, UCCU, and 7-Eleven. Please welcome the junior Vikings.
And, whoa, something's wrong. And we welcome you back to the second half of Viking football. Vikings, they have a 14-13 lead coming into the third quarter here. Pleasant Grove scoring 2 touchdowns very early on in this game. And it was, they were in very quick succession of each other.
Yeah.
Zane, what do you think?
That's a good question. I don't really know what I think. I think first, the kickoff, he fumbled it.
Granger almost breaking through to a full kick return, but they return it 35 yards. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this has been a great game so far, and I think we can both agree on that. It's a 1-point game going into the second half, third quarter. It's both amazing. Both teams are doing pretty good with the ball. Both teams have had interceptions that have probably cost them probably like 2 touchdowns. And so I think both teams are like having good success with the ball, but at the same time, I feel like some teams are having better success with.
Welchman looks to the left, and that is a caught. They got to call it off. That was not good. No good. I call it not good. No good. Sometimes I'm just fumbling my words. And Mr. Newman, of course, criticizing me for calling it the football holder, which is completely my bad. However, also hilarious.
Go around to the other side. The other side of the booth has the open door, where it's just like broadcasting here, so the other side. Hey, get on the freaking play. Get on the freaking play. Ethan. Thank you.
Camera was not on the play. Our producer's getting angry. And then Granger running
He's
it.
kicking it all
Granger's
the way.
going to return it all the way. 24. My goodness. Granger hits the Selly Sunita Fafita.
There are flags on the play, though.
Flags everywhere. It seems every time that Granger can catch a break, they do not catch a break. And that caught me off guard. You know, I was talking about our producer getting angry.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder what the flags are going to be. I wonder if it's going to be... I'm assuming it's probably going to be holding. But...
Yeah, holding. If it's on the defense, they can reject it.
Yeah.
Referee will give us his signal. Did he give us our signal?
I don't believe he did. I didn't see him give a signal.
They put the ball at where the first down would be. So there's a personal foul, makes it a first down, but not the touchdown that Granger would have wanted over that. Still not a terrible place to be, though. Granger gets it to the running back, and he trips and falls on his face immediately. This replay will show it all right here. Running back behind him, Fafita, that is him, and he he runs right into the QB and just makes the QB fall right on his face. And that is a blunder that I have never seen in high school, college, or the NFL. And that's going to go down in the history books here at Pleasant Grove Sports Network for highlight videos for years to come. Could be put in an intro for next year. How about it? Intro for next game. Granger fakes the handoff. Pass it out to a lineman, and it is no good. That is Tavita Kofi, the senior running back. So I thought he was a lineman, but I guess he's just another running back.
Granger with the ball on third. 3rd and 13.
Welchman, pressure from the Pleasant Grove defense. He's going to run it. And he is pushed and brought down. Pleasant Grove, Derek Brinton, the tight end, takes him down. Check out this replay, just holds him. That reminds me of the one time that, what's his name on the Chargers, picked up Travis Kelce at the goal line and just threw him.
Yeah.
Similar play as that. Incredible.
Just grab him by the legs and just
lifted him up and slam him down. They're opting for the punt. Pleasant Grove almost blocks it. And it's going to fly straight towards Adam Wright, and it flies past his hands. And it touched the Granger foot, so Luke Hafen could have picked it up and tried to run it.
Yeah. I think that probably would have been a smarter option.
Scores around 6A Region 3. Westlake is now tied with Cedar Valley. It's the third quarter. Skyridge up 17-0 on Cherry Creek at half. Corner Canyon losing 28-7 at half. That is the number 1 and number 2 team in the state going head-to-head in Week 3. West High School still down, or was up 9-0 on American Fork for a while, now down 14-9. And Lehigh 13-7 over Bingham. Now into 5A Region 4, Murray is still above Hunter at 7-0. And Alta is beating West Jordan 21-17. Finally, Northridge is beating Kearns 42-7. So that is a absolute masterclass by Northridge.
Cannon Jacobson fumbles the hike.
And yeah, that is unfortunate. I was not paying attention to the play. One of our producers brought in water, so I was looking at that.
Jack,
that
what do you? I'm okay.
Oh, yeah, good.
What do you think PG needs to do here if they want to get a touchdown this drive or just this quarter?
Well, 2nd and 17, or 3rd and 17, so this is not a good situation.
Yeah.
However, we have seen some pretty good passes from Cannon in this game, as well as some good runs from Wade Christiansen. They're running trips on the left, single on the right. Snaps the ball, looks to his right, and that is to Hofoka, I believe. That is Adam Wright, and he is brought down before the original line of scrimmage.
8 minutes left on the clock. Clock is still running. PG. I am sorry, I cannot see. I have one contact in at the moment. PG with the punt.
The punt.
Sky high punt.
Takes a big Granger bounce, and that is unfortunate as it rolls 10 yards back from where it landed. Already not a very far distance punt as it goes way above where the press box even is. And that is unfortunate. The clock is running even though the scoreboard, I don't know if our clock and their clock is. Our clock was running and it's not right, but now it's right. 7:34.
Granger with the ball on the 28-yard line. Great scoring position for Granger.
Hands it off, and that run play is going to break, not quite, I thought they had broken through, but that was just other linemen just running for a potential run to block. But Sunita Fafita cannot get it very far for Granger.
And we've seen some very good running plays by Granger. It's just every time they break through and they get their touchdown, it seems like there's always just a flag on the play that holds them back and
Yeah.
like messes them up and brings them all the way back.
So Fafita is met by the PG defense and is brought down after 4 guys grab him. Original Connor Cameron, the defensive lineman, grabs him at the line of scrimmage and brings him down. So that's going to be 3rd and 8 for Granger. Not looking that good.
I feel like something that's helped PG a lot, though, is their defense. I feel like their obviously we've had
Pleasant Grove trying to defend that pass, but Granger, the Lauli Figuel, gets the pass and gets the first down for Granger.
But like I was saying, I feel like our defense has been pretty good with the few picks that we've had. We've obviously had some picks that got overturned because of a flag, mostly PIs. But at the same time, I feel like our defense has been good. Our running was good, sort of in the first quarter, and our passing has gotten us our last few yardage.
Yeah, and that is Fafita cannot break through, but PG has basically got every lineman to take him down, which is crazy because of the size difference there on the defensive line. .5:30 left in this 3rd quarter.
And I feel like, going back to what you were saying with the size difference, I feel like it would be almost easier for Granger to maybe try to get down the middle just because.
And that is an easy run-in for Granger as the quarterback fakes the pass and is able to run it in. So that's the 2nd rushing touchdown that Aiden Royce Welchman has been able to get for Granger this game. And they take a quick lead, 19-14.
But I feel like it would almost be easier for Granger to run it down the middle. I feel like with the size difference, Granger's linemen would almost be able to make a better opening gap for them just to run through right down the middle.
Yeah. No good. So that is they are now 1 of 3 on PAT attempts. See this replay here, and it is just wide right again. It's very similar to how the first one was. And that is quite unfortunate.
Yeah, but also there was one person that was spamming like F word and they were like spamming the chats.
.508 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
So our live chat has now been disabled due to use of inappropriate language on a high school live stream. Just remember that is why we did not disable it for any other reason, as the football falls over in the tee, or as Mr. Newman likes to say, the football holder. Anyways. Granger's kickoff flies straight to Adam Wright, and he's going to run it. He's going to get to the 30 before he's blocked. Adam Wright breaks through, gets to the 38. Man, incredible. That was like one of the best kick returns we've had all game, other than the Wade Christiansen getting all the way to the 50.
Yeah. And I feel like with our kicks, like returning them, I feel like we've had a lot of close calls where it feels like we can almost run it back and we end up just getting brought down.
Yeah, and that was more of a squib kick, so it was intended to just fly as far as it could and low. And it, it's caught at the 1 yard line, but they run it all the way to the 36.
Yeah.
Looks like Hafoka is playing his QB right now. Hafoka is going to run it, goes to the right. And he's going to make decent yardage. And he's going to get possibly a first down here. And he does get a first down. See this replay here, Hafoka playing QB. Kind of, I would say, sort of a dangerous move to have Hafoka running quarterback, but, just in case he gets injured. And Hafoka is still going to play QB after Cannon Jacobson has thrown multiple picks this game already. Hafoka just runs it by himself again and is pulled down at about a 4-yard gain. So kind of an interesting way that this has developed, because this is kind of like how last year Bronco Winterton did play a few downs of quarterback, because he was originally intended to be the quarterback for the team. As Jacobson's now going to take the field after Hafoka does 2 quick plays that gain the team quick yards, a quick first down and then just a 3-yard gain on the last play. Jacobson in shotgun, looks to his right to Ryder. Ryder catches it and then turns around and runs back. So Ryder was out of range, runs back into range, catches it, and then turns around after his defender had fallen over and still makes the first down.
Did a little bit of a curl route there. That's what I said earlier. I think it might be smart because they've been going for a lot of deep passes, and we've seen that a lot throughout this game where Cannon, they do plays that are designed to go deep, and it's been working, but at the same time it hasn't been working. So I said earlier, it might be smart maybe to have some people run curl routes, and that's what they did, and it got them, I believe, a first down. Yeah, it did.
And Jacobson throws it straight to number 41. We haven't seen much of him this season. It's Cruz Vertel, linebacker, the junior. Or sorry, I'm totally read the long wrong. I can't talk. I'm sorry. Aiden Hammond. That was actually who it was. I read number 42 instead of number 41. So I just mixed up what line was where. So quite a development. We haven't seen any Aiden Hammond this at all. He's a linebacker as far as we're listed on our roster. And Hafoka is running QB again, calls Wade Christiansen onto the field. Hafoka runs it, tries to spin off of his defender, but he is brought down for an ultimate loss. 2:50 in the quarter, 2nd and 13.
Like you said earlier, Jack, we've seen Cannon in the game the whole time. He's thrown a decent amount of picks this game, but at the same time, I feel like those were because of those deep balls, and those whenever you throw it deep, I feel like there's always I generally kind of feel like there's always a higher chance of a pick.
Yeah. Wade Christiansen runs it in and is brought down.
And
doesn't even make it to the original line of scrimmage. So, yeah, Jacobson does throw that pick at the beginning, at the very end of the first half.
Yeah.
And then he also, I think he threw another one, but it was called off. So it's just been a few different incomplete, a few different just not great passes as he's back in. So Hafoka keeps coming in to play one play as quarterback. Jacobson spins off and passes almost intercepted, and intended receiver Adam Wright cannot get it.
I feel like the curl routes, we've only ran 2 of those, and both times we have passed it to the person running the curl route, we have got it every time. and have gotten that first down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might be a smarter decision. A smarter decision than throwing it deep and risking a higher percentage of a pick.
Yeah. Cannon snaps the ball, looks to his right, deep, pass to Ryder, it's caught! Ryder Huntsman! At the 2-yard line, check this replay out, everybody. Huntsman straight to his right, catches it and is pushed out of bounds at the 2. So PG first and goal. Honestly, all they have to do is snap it and just push the quarterback in.
Yeah.
Quarterback push for the touchdown. Scores around 6A, Region 3. Westlake and Cedar Valley still tied. Skyridge up 17-0 on Cherry Creek. Corner Canyon, Lone Peak. Corner Canyon has scored since... Sorry, we'll get back to that. Wade Christiansen running it. Makes it in for the touchdown. Wade Christiansen. And Pleasant Grove retakes the lead. 20-19. This is what Pleasant Grove needed.
Yeah.
Pleasant Grove could not connect during the second quarter. It was just not happening. And most of this quarter hasn't been great either. However, now they're lining up.
And the extra point
is good. Kind of a low baller, but it did make it in eventually. I'm sorry that call was almost messed up by me trying to announce the scores around Region 3. We're basically the only one anyone should really care about is Lone Peak Corner Canyon. Lone Peak's up 28-14. Corner Canyon did score because they were up 28-7.
Whatever that is, I don't know. I just know it got on my foot. I ran straight to that. So it was like recent.
Vikings now ready to kick the ball. Granger looking to maybe score a touchdown in the minute and 30 seconds they have left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Or at least try to get in the scoring position going into the fourth quarter. But I feel like...
And this is Max doing the kick. It's going to fly all the way to the 9-yard line. It's out of bounds. There's a flag. So Granger, false start on the Vikings. So there's a penalty.
Same thing. Kick out of bounds, same thing.
Kick out of bounds. So basically, it's the same penalty where it's a 5-yard penalty.
They'll be on the 35.
Yeah, starting on the 35.
Okay, what do you think, Jack? Because from going based off what I'm thinking in my head, if Granger scores in this third quarter...
Oh, it's fumbled by the QB. It slaps his hands, and it goes down onto the field. So not a great start for their drive.
If Granger scores in this quarter or gets in this... I think if Granger scores in this quarter, that gives the Vikings so much time to score again and get their lead back. But at the same time, I think if Granger gets even to the 40-yard line going into the fourth quarter and they try running down the clock, it will still give PG enough time for them to say, let's run down the clock and score last minute.
Yeah.
So it's honestly a Granger decision on how much clock they want to run down and just how fast they want to try to score to see if they can get ball back before the end of the game.
38 seconds here in the quarter left. That's a risky move to try and score last minute. Because a 2-point lead is not, or a 3-point lead is not even that good of a crutch. That will only, if they even hit a field goal, that ties the game. We'll go to overtime, and overtime is just hard. That was Fifita once again running it for Granger, and he makes the first down here. 12 seconds on the clock. Now, do they just spike it and go into the fourth, or do they just launch it down the field? Oh, it's just going to run out. So, that is the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see what happens in the fourth. I'm curious to see what's going to go down.
Yeah.
So is Zane. We will meet you there. Granger starting up here. 1st and 10. It's handed off. This is Fifita. And he is brought down at a 5-yard gain.
With that little play button in the corner.
Fourth quarter, 21-19, Vikings in the lead. This is going to be an amazing fourth quarter to watch to see who scores and who's going to come out with the win.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning, both teams 0-2. As Welchman launches it down the field, and that is just out of reach for number 3, Laoli Figuel.
I think get used to it. It's I know it's trying to catch up because there's so much change.
Granger, 3rd and 6.
Granger
Runs
handoff.
it.
Figuel's brought down. Incredible bring down by Pleasant Grove. There's a fumble, and it's recovered by Pleasant Grove. I couldn't even tell. I mean, the players were freaking out, and I could see that, but I couldn't see the fumble. And we see, Maddox Webb brings him down and recovers the football. And Pleasant Grove going to start in a pretty good position here, 48-yard line to start. If PG can score here, that will bring the game to within 2 scores. If it doesn't end in a field goal, which is huge.
I think something maybe smart in this fourth quarter is maybe try to get some run plays off, because I feel like now our passing, it's been good, but at the same time, we've been throwing a good amount of picks.
Yeah, it's true. They do try a run play right there. Doesn't end up very good. Brody Downs. So Jacobson coming out of the game. Or no. So they take Brody Downs out of the game, put Adam Wright in. Jacobson looking for the play from Coach Walk.
Yeah, you can move to the left.
Trips on the left. Twins on the right.
And it's
Quick pass to
caught.
Wade Christiansen, and he is running
Fighting
through a
and
bunch of
being
people, and they
brought hard down.
bring him and make him do a backflip before he is brought down. That is a tough way to go. So Pleasant Grove, third and 4. 10-12 to go here. Clock is counting down. PG scoreboard's being a little funky. Those cords underneath the field are breaking. Jacobson in shotgun, looks to his right. The pass to Hofoka is short. Bounced off the ground and goes straight to Ryder Huntsman. So calling for the punt here. Mason Anderson launches it sky high. Takes a PG bounce, is recovered. Brody Downs picks it up at the 8-yard line. So Granger has to start pretty far down the field. Granger lining up.
Granger on the 10-yard line, too.
Hands it off to their main
Breaks
running
the
back,
first
Fafita,
tackle.
and
Breaks the second tackle.
And he is pushed out of bounds after the tackle. Fafita, Sunia Fafita, number 24, the main running back of this game. It's kind of a theme here with the games that PG's been playing, where the opposing team has basically one running back that they resort to in almost every situation.
Yeah.
First and 10. Where's the play clock, by the way? It is not on the field.
That is a good question.
So what's happening? Granger calls for the snap. And this is Fafita, and he's
Breaks the
running through.
tackles.
He breaks through a few tackles after the jersey hold. Granger taking a long time to line up here. Welchman launches it down the field, and it's incomplete. Almost a dangerous pass here. As you can see, Welchman calls for the snap. And that was almost so bad. That was Figuel, Laui Figuel. Handoff.
Granger with the run. Right down the middle, gains.
Granger running it quite a bit. There are so many players, and they push him into the down marker. I don't know if that will cause the first down or not, but he pushed through those 10, it looks like 10 defenders on him at the same time. Just absolutely insane. Timeout, Pleasant Grove.
Granger with the pass. It's fumbled.
Fumbled once again. Does PG recover it? Stadium's going to go pretty crazy if that happens.
Does not look like they returned it.
So Granger recovers it, loses it down. So it's 4th and 1.
You think? I'm guessing they're just going to try to run it right up the middle again.
Yeah, like, it's sort of a dangerous game they're playing here. And PG jumps the lines to be offsides.
It's going to give them an automatic first down.
And it is offsides for PG. Automatic first down for Granger, plus 5 yards. So, what turned from a situation that 2 plays ago, that could have been in such PG's favor, turns into what I'd say, not PG's worst sniper, but can turn into it. It's fumbled again. Granger cannot get the butter off their fingers. They have been eating too much popcorn. What is happening? So, lots of fumbles, like way more than you think would happen in a realistic game.
Yeah. .740 on the clock left to go. Clock is running. Vikings still in the lead, 21-19.
Granger only needs a field goal to tie it, and then that turns into a very dangerous game we're playing. It's fumbled again, and the quarterback is going to go down to lose even more yards. And the popcorn eating continues. Right there, you can see again, it just slides right through his hands. And this is 3rd and 20-something. They're not updating the yardage. It's definitely not 3rd and 25. Kind of crazy. Welchman calls for the snap, and he's sacked! PG sacks him! And that's huge! It's going to be 4th down and 30. And they're going to bring out their special team. There is no recovering from that. And PG, incredible few plays for the defense.
Yeah, I'm speechless, let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Our defense has been so good this game.
like we said at the beginning in the pregame show, we're talking about the Orem game and how their defense improved there, and then overall defense improved more in the Weber game, and now here against Granger.
Yeah.
Snap goes sky high, and it's
almost blocked.
It's almost blocked. Every single punt has almost been blocked, and it goes out of bounds. So PG gonna start from the 35, 33-yard line.
Jack, do you think it's smart to maybe run down the clock as much as possible, or do you think it would be smart to try to score here?
I would definitely try to use as much as a play clock on every single,
Drive.
run,
Yeah.
on every single drive. And to be honest, I think that they might want to prioritize scoring a touchdown over that,
Yeah.
because this is not a good enough cushion for Pleasant Grove to rely on.
And the other thing I was going to say is if they do try to run down clock, Granger's going to see that and call timeout just to stop the clock.
Yeah, just to stop it, which is huge. They have 3. Neither team, or PG has used one, sorry. Hafoka playing QB is going to run it. Hafoka is brought down, kind of roughly, and that is going to be 2nd and 4. In Pleasant Grove, trying to work their way through these different plays. Hafoka playing QB is kind of been like one play for every 4 downs, and Hafoka comes out, maybe hit a little bit too hard on that last play as Jacobson takes his spot. Jacobson trips, or in shotgun actually. Timeout. Pleasant Grove. Coach Walk doesn't like what he's seeing and is calling timeout to discuss it over with the team. Zane, I want to know, what do you think Granger should do against PG to possibly come out in this game with a win?
That is a great question, Jack. Let me tell you that. I think... Yeah, dang, you're putting me on the spot to think about this. I think now that Granger knows that they can stop our running pretty well, like they've stopped it pretty well. So I think they should mainly focus on probably predicting that PG is going to try to pass the ball and just try to block the deep passing, because we've seen a lot of those deep passes and sometimes they've worked, sometimes they haven't. So I'm thinking maybe Granger should just try to stop those deep passes. And
hands off to Wade Christiansen. He's going to make it through the middle of the line. He's going to hit the first down. And it looks like he was just punched in the face to go down. No face mask call for grabbing his helmet. But brought down in a crazy way, in my opinion. Like,
yeah,
super rough. Derek Brinton coming off the field for Pleasant Grove.
I think the other thing too, though, is going back to your question, I'm going to kind of take myself back and rework myself. What I was saying is if Granger starts pushing backwards in their D and...
Ooh, the handoff is recovered by Granger, and they're running it. Fumbled by Pleasant Grove, and Granger runs it in for the touchdown to take a quick lead. 4:22 in Pleasant Grove. They were in prime position to start a drive that would be a potential score. And now their lead is gone. 21-25. If Granger hits this field goal, then Pleasant Grove has to go.
Yeah, they have to score.
That is a bad situation. They have to go for touchdown and to make the extra point, which we've made every single extra point this game, but it hasn't been great this season. But I've heard that I was talking to the kickers the other day, and they were talking about how they were just repping PATs as much as they could, because they want to start making them and not just miss every time.
Yeah.
Timeout. Granger. And PG in such a bad position.
Yeah. Something I was going to say, though, is
Scoreboard technical difficulties.
something I was going to say, though, is
So it's not gonna be full radio broadcast, but we're gonna have to tell you the score like if it's a radio broadcast. And Pleasant Grove in a dangerous situation, 25-21 after that recovered fumble. So being down by 4, they can't hit a field goal to even tie. So they play turn down for what? I don't know if it's to get the crowd into it. It seems like they're into it plenty, but
yeah.
I would be more scared as a PG fan. But I do think that PG can still end with the win here.
And PG still has more than enough time.
Granger goes for 2. Pass
And
way
they
deep.
get
And
it.
good. They get it, and that is quick and easy, and that means it is a 6-point game. That means it has to be a touchdown with the extra point to win. No reason to go for 2. If they had made even one more of their field goals, this would be such a worse situation.
Yeah.
This would be, you have to go for 2 to win, you go for 1 to tie. And that's, when we went to overtime and won versus Skyridge last year, we did do that. We had the opportunity to win the game right there to go for 2, but we decided to go for 1 to win. So here we are.
And a 4-minute and 22 seconds left on the clock for PG to try to come back and possibly win this game.
Yeah, Andrew Wright and Wade Christiansen in the backfield.
But as a PG player, I feel like if you're on that field, you're thinking there's more than enough time to score and win the game. Like, if maybe there was like 20 seconds left on the clock, yeah, obviously that's probably not enough time.
Yeah.
But there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. That's more than enough time to score a touchdown and win this game.
Yeah.
But I think if Granger, if Granger plays back in their D, PG's going to see that and run it right down the middle of Wade.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if they play up, then they're going to try to pass it, so they're in a kind of a sticky
Wade
situation for
Christiansen
Granger.
recovers. And here we go. Wade Christiansen runs through the middle. Can he get around? He cannot. And PG is going to start at the 25. PG's got to move down the field very far in these next 4 minutes and 13 seconds.
With only 1 timeout left, I believe.
Yeah, 1 timeout left.
1 timeout left. I feel like in the situation they're in now, that's not the best. Only have 1 timeout left.
Yeah. It's not good.
Because what you're gonna have to do is, you're gonna want to say that last timeout for the end of the game when there's like a minute left on the clock. I feel like.
Yeah.
And before you use that timeout, you're just gonna want to keep running out of bounds as fast as you can, just to keep stopping that clock.
Ref is telling people that are behind the end zone to leave. I don't know what they're possibly doing to get kicked off of the field like that. And Jacobson calls for the snap, looks to his left. Pass to Adam Wright, and he's brought down in a pretty rough way, but he makes a gain of 3.
The other thing, too, that I think might be tricky for PG is if it gets to a 4th down, you have to go for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's really no decision behind that. You have to go for it if you want to win this game.
Yeah, 25-21 or 27-21. Bad situation. Now it's 3rd and 6. It was 2nd and 6, but 3:39 left. If they don't complete on this play right here, that is bad. Like, Granger genuinely has the chance to just like waste as much time as they can and just end the game. Cannon in shotgun. Looks to his left. Pass to Houghton. They call it good. Close to being out, but he barely had his feet in. Couldn't really tell the team is standing right in front of it. I don't blame them at all, but...
Yeah. Is it 2 feet or 1 feet to call it good? To get, like, if you're...
I think it's 2.
Because I know in, like, it's obviously not college ball, but I know in college ball it's 1 foot.
Oh, it's probably 1, because I'm pretty sure the NFL is the only one that requires 2.
Yeah.
Jacobson in shotgun again. First down, 3:34. Looks to his left again, launches it down. It's way too far! Incomplete, he's out of bounds. But that was a pass straight to Granger. It was like it was designed for him. Ryder Huntsman is way shorter. It's like easily 10 feet apart.
Yeah.
There's a flag on the sideline over there.
Flag on the sideline. Oh, yeah, I guess there is.
There's a flag on that sideline. Go to the right.
PG is very lucky, though, that pick was called incomplete and out of bounds. Otherwise, that really would have messed up PG there.
So it's just sideline warning on Granger. Cannon looks to his left again, launches it down. It's good to Adam Wright, and he's brought down quickly, but at least he made the catch. And it's the 43. Pleasant Grove making steady progress up the field. Scoreboard is back. Slowly making its way back onto your screen here. Clock is counting down, 3:15 to go here. And this, it's touchdown or nothing for PG.
Yeah.
Calls for the snap. He's looking left again. Tosses it. It's good to Ryder Huntsman. And that's another first down for PG. High stress situation. I'm sorry I'm quiet. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a lot because this is the big time play. 30-yard line. 3 minutes left. 21-27. PG has to get a touchdown to win. This is for all the cookies to win because both these teams are 0-2. They're both looking for their first win. Because once they go into region, that is a way tougher schedule.
Yeah, definitely.
We're playing a 5A team, which doesn't necessarily mean they're worse. Because 5A is close to being as big as 6A. And remember, that's about school population size, not about quality of teams. Jacobson in shotgun. Looks to his left again. It's pressured. Way down the field. It's caught! Spencer Hofoka! And he runs out of bounds at the 7. Check this replay out. He's got pressure on him. He runs off. Toss. And that is good. And this is 1st and goal here. And this is big time right now.
It's stressful, dude. It's stressful.
Pleasant Grove, when they score, will tie the game. They have to hit the field goal to
be in the lead.
Take the lead by 1 point. And then it's on to defense. Defense all the way. Granger's last touchdown was off of a recovered fumble that they ran into the end zone. Not quite a pick six, but very close to one. Spencer Hofoka takes the snap and he runs it in. gets a gain of just a few, just 4. So it was exactly on the 10. So they don't even have the chains out right now. Pulling Hofoka and Derek Brinton off the field. Pleasant Grove and shotgun. Cannon Jacobson with Wade Christiansen as his running back. Cannon looks to it straight in front of him. It's caught. Adam Wright is brought down at the 1. The 2. Third and 2. Third and goal. 145 to go here.
What do you think the right play call is here, Jack?
I don't know. Because they could try to run it with Wade, but running it hasn't worked. And passing has worked so much in the last 3 minutes.
It's so stressful.
They're not going to do a quarterback push. That's definitely not the move. That's only if it's inches away.
Yeah.
Wasting time. And they're calling timeout. Pleasant Grove stops the clock at 1:14. And the crowd into it as PG has the chance to win their first game of the season after their wonderful football season last year. The fans are itching for another win here in Viking Stadium. Zane, what play does PG call?
I don't know, like you said, passing has worked so good, and so has our running's worked not the best in this fourth quarter, if so at all the whole game.
But
so I don't know.
This is 2 yards we're talking about. Wade Christiansen, whenever he's run it, has made it at least 5.
Yeah, I think it might be worth just maybe trying to run it with Wade.
And they have 2 attempts to do it. The student section, and then the camera went black for some reason.
Because if they run it right down the middle with Wade, even if they don't get it, they're right there, and they're going to end up getting Wade.
Here we go. Ryder Huntsman on the left.
He jumped!
Wade Christiansen has it, runs it, and it's a touchdown! Pleasant Grove they tie it! Pleasant Grove ties it with that touchdown! Wade Christiansen runs it in and is brought down right into the end zone. And this is the opportunity of a lifetime for Pleasant Grove to take the lead with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. Corner Canyon has caught up to to Lone Peak. As I'm going to look at the PAT attempt. There's a flag.
One of the Granger players limping.
Yeah, it's a Granger. Offsides on Granger, so we just kick it even closer. Already made once. American Fork beating the crap out of West High. 41-15. Lehigh up 34-7 on Bingham. And Skyridge up 24-14 on Cherry Creek. It's final.
Here we go.
Here comes the second PAT attempt.
And
it's good. Pleasant Grove takes the lead, 28-27. Incredible. What a turn of events for Pleasant Grove. Looking so dire during the second quarter. Just couldn't get a pass to land. It was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Third quarter, they get another touchdown. And then fourth, it was looking good. Had a 3-point lead, and Granger recovers a fumble and runs it in. And Granger players being limped off the field right now. Northridge beat Kearns 62-13. This is in 5A Region 4. Cypress losing to Copper Hills 41-14. Viewmont, who Granger lost to last week, beating Taylorsville in the third quarter 21-0. And Westlake beating Cedar Valley 14-7. So those are all your scores around 6A Region 3 and 5A Region 4.
This last 1 minute and 8 seconds left of the game relies on PG's defense to see if we can stop Granger from scoring or even just getting in field goal position.
Recovered. Tawatena running it down the field. It's brought down. 25-yard line. Parents are on their feet. PG's crowd's going crazy.
All Granger has to do here, too, is get in the field goal position. So Vikings, all they need to do is stop them. I'd make it sound easy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They just need to stop Granger from getting in that field goal position.
Granger calls for the snap. It's a fake handoff. Pass is no good.
Incomplete. "56 seconds left on the clock, to be exact, 52.2 seconds left. Vikings up 1. What a turn up for PG. Going from 4 minutes 22 seconds, running it all the way down to 1 minute and 8 and scoring the touchdown to put them in the lead by 1 point.
Yeah. Aiden Royce Welchman has everything on his back. Every single person in West Valley is watching this man. As there's pressure on him, he's going to run it. PG pushes him out of bounds. The clock is going to stop at 50. He gets the first down. 47. The scoreboard's having a great time today, guys. Welchman, twins on the right, single on the left. He looks to his right, he looks to his left. He launches it down the center, and it's caught. It's brought down, caught by Laoli Figuel. 39.6.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Exactly at midfield. They have to go 20 more yards to put themselves into field goal position. Clock is running 30 seconds. Welchman looking. PG players falling. Sacked! Pleasant Grove sacks him! Pleasant Grove sacks Aiden Royce Welchman. Timeout from Granger. 18.2 to go. PG gets so close to tasting victory for the first time this season.
Pleasant Grove with 0 timeouts. Granger with 1 timeout.
Granger has to get to the 30 to be at the absolute maximum field goal range. More optimal would be 25 to 20 because you got to add that end zone. 30-yard field goal, that's really a 40-yard plus where the ball is snapped. Granger. Yeah, they're in Hail Mary formation. They have trips on the right, single on the left. 21, so it wasn't actually 18, it's 21. Welchman. Calls for the snap. He looks to his right. Throws it. It's brought down. Pleasant Grove brings down Sunia Fifita. I keep fumbling that name over and over. 6 seconds. They line up. They're looking. Welchman launches it down the field. And it's out. And Pleasant Grove, the clock isn't running. What's happening? It's over. The game's over. And Pleasant Grove wins it.
Done it.
Pleasant Grove has done it. After an incredible final drive by the Vikings to bring the game to a 1-point victory. This game was so close to being lost so many times. The most incredible, one of the most incredible football games I've watched from Pleasant Grove.
Game was so close the entire time too. It was so stressful the whole game.
As we are coming to you live from the broadcast booth after Pleasant Grove's 28-27 win. Zane, what are your thoughts?
That was amazing game by PG. Game was, like I said, the game was close the whole time. Always either down by a touchdown or down by 1 point. Such a good game by PG, and PG came out on top.
Mm-hmm. And Pleasant Grove, at the very beginning, scored within the first minute. So Wade Christiansen gets a handoff at about the 40-yard line on PG's side, proceeds to run it all the way to the end zone. Then Granger goes 3 and out, kicks it off, and Pleasant Grove goes all the way down and scores. So PG, they had an incredible start to the game. Then for the rest of the first quarter, could not get a pass to land. It was hard. It was hard to watch. It was hard for the team, I guarantee it. Pleasant Grove proceeds to go into the second quarter without scoring at all, and Granger scores 2 touchdowns, missing one of their PATs to make it 13-14. What did you think at halftime when that was the case?
I was stressed. It was, like I said, it was a close game all throughout the game, and yeah, I was just stressed the whole time. It was just a fun game to watch.
Just huge. So one person I want to bring up, so obviously their quarterback, Aiden Royce Welchman, he scored 2 of Granger's touchdowns rushing. Their first touchdown they scored and their third one. But who was really the main guy for Granger this whole game? Sunia Fafita. He, running back, had so many great runs. I swear they called off 2 of his touchdowns, but then he did recover the final fumble to run it in and take that 6-point lead over Pleasant Grove. And then in the fourth, it was not looking good. Pleasant Grove had a hard time getting passes to land throughout the entire first half. So Pleasant Grove proceeds to play incredibly, running in shotgun formation every time. Cannon Jacobson looks to his left. He hits Adam Wright. He hits Spencer Hifoka. He hits, what's his other name? Holy, I can't even think straight. Brennan Houghton, huge. All those players had such a great contributing factor to this game. Proceeds to get pressured at the 25-yard line, rolls off his defender, launches it down through the line of scrimmage, right down the middle. Spencer Hifoka catches it, goes to the 10, and then one more play, and we're third and goal. That was where the timeout was called. Pleasant Grove, 1 minute left in the game. Give it to Wade Christiansen. He runs it right in, and then they hit the PAT. Pleasant Grove secures the lead, and Granger tries their best and had a valiant effort, made it all the way to the 50-yard line after starting at the 15 to try and win the game, but in the end, could not make it. Scoreboard difficulties made it so it was kind of hard to see when the end of the game happened, but in the end, their final play was just an incomplete pass. So Pleasant Grove catches their first win of the season, and Granger continues their season 0-3. So Pleasant Grove will meet Maple Mountain next week in Mapleton for their second-to-last non-region game. Then they will be returning back to Viking Stadium to play Riverton for the homecoming game. So make sure to tune in next week to watch Pleasant Grove take on Maple Mountain, who did also beat this Granger team, and we will see you then. Zane, do you want any final thoughts?
I just want to say, you named all those players, but I just want to say, shout out to Wade. I don't know his
Wade
last name.
Christiansen.
Thank you. He got our game-winning touchdown. Mm-hmm. That really saved PG from losing this game, and we only won by 1 point, but that game-winning touchdown really saved us there.
Yeah, and a win's a win, and Pleasant Grove needs to go into next week with this momentum and try to get a few more wins in non-region before they take on arguably the toughest region in Utah, because Corner Canyon is in 6A Region 2, but that is very top-heavy. Corner Canyon's the best in that region and just spanks everybody else. But Corner Canyon's losing to Lone Peak, who's in 6A Region 3, and they're number 2, and AF... Oh, we're getting some scores from our producer here. Corner Canyon loses to Lone Peak 28-21. Caden's phone turned off, so this is useless now. Anyways, so Pleasant Grove, I'm so happy with this win. I thank everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next week when we take on Maple Mountain. This is PGSN signing off.